Question 1. Which of the following is NOT irresponsibility of a claims adjuster when investigating a property damage claim? A. Estimating the cost of repairs. B. Interviewing witnesses to gather additional information. C. Determining the legal responsibility of the insured. D. Inspecting the damaged property. Answer. C. Determining the legal responsibility of the insured. Explanation. Claims adjusters are responsible for evaluating the damage, estimating repair costs, interviewing claimants and witnesses, and inspecting the damaged property. However, determining the legal responsibility of the insured falls under the jurisdiction of legal professionals, such as attorneys. The adjuster's role is focused on assessing the damage and determining the coverage applicable under the policy, not on legal liability determination. Question 2, scenario-based. Mr. Thompson, a policyholder with a commercial property insurance policy, reports that a fire caused significant damage to his building. The adjuster arrives on site and discovers the building's fire alarm system had been disabled for maintenance at the time of the fire. Based on the policy, the adjuster needs to determine if the claim will be covered. Which of the following factors should the adjuster consider first in evaluating this claim? A. Whether the fire alarm was malfunctioning at the time of the fire. B. Whether the fire was caused by negligence. C. Whether the insured had properly maintained the fire alarm system. D. Whether the claim is eligible for a partial payment settlement. Answer. C. Whether the insured had properly maintained the fire alarm system. Explanation. The adjuster should first assess whether the insured complied with the maintenance requirements outlined in the insurance policy. Many policies include clauses requiring the maintenance of fire prevention systems such as alarms. If the alarm was disabled for maintenance and this was not reported to the insurer, the claim may be subject to limitations or exclusions under the policy. This could result in a partial or full denial of coverage. The other options, A, B, and D, are secondary considerations that depend on the assessment of the maintenance condition. Question 3. Which of the following statements about claims settlement negotiations is accurate? A. The adjuster should prioritize the insured's desire to receive the highest settlement regardless of the insurer's financial interests. B. Adjusters must balance the insured's needs with the insurer's financial interests, adhering to the contract's coverage limits. C. Once a settlement offer is made, the adjuster must provide an immediate response without further discussion. D. Legal counsel must be involved in every settlement negotiation to ensure fairness. Answer. B. Adjusters must balance the insured's needs with the insurer's financial interests, adhering to the contract's coverage limits. Explanation. In claims settlement negotiations, an adjuster must find a fair balance between the insured's needs and the financial interests of the insurer. This involves assessing the coverage limits in the policy and ensuring the settlement offer aligns with both parties' interests while complying with the contractual terms. Option A is incorrect because adjusters must remain impartial and cannot prioritize only the insured's interests. Option C is inaccurate because adjusters need to assess the offer carefully before responding. Option D is not true as legal counsel is only required for certain complex settlements, not all claims. Question 4. Which of the following actions is typically NOT part of the claims adjuster's responsibility during the investigation of a workers' compensation claim? A. Verifying the claimant's employment status and job duties. B. Interviewing medical professionals about the claimant's treatment. C. Determining the claimant's eligibility for unemployment benefits. D. Gathering evidence from the workplace to assess the cause of the injury. Answer. C. Determining the claimant's eligibility for unemployment benefits. Explanation. The claims adjuster's role in a workers' compensation claim involves verifying employment status, interviewing medical professionals, and gathering evidence from the workplace regarding the injuries caused. However, determining eligibility for unemployment benefits is a separate process and is outside the scope of the claims adjuster's responsibilities. Workers' compensation claims focus on determining injury-related benefits, not unemployment status. Question 5. When estimating the damage caused by a covered peril in a property insurance claim, which of the following factors is the claims adjuster most likely to consider first? A. The amount of the policyholder's deductible. B. The cause of the damage. C. The insured's personal opinion about the repair costs. D. The date the policy was issued. Answer. B. The cause of the damage. Explanation. The cause of the damage is one of the primary factors in determining whether the loss is covered under the policy. Once the adjuster verifies that the damage is caused by a covered peril, a G. Fire, windstorm. They can proceed to estimate the damage. The deductible and policy issuance date may be considered later when calculating the final payout, but understanding the cause is the first step in evaluating the claim. Question 6. Scenario-based. Mrs. Reynolds reports that her vehicle was damaged in a car accident. She tells the claims adjuster that another driver was at fault. However, upon further investigation, the adjuster discovers that the other driver had no insurance and Mrs. Reynolds has no uninsured motorist coverage. What should the claims adjuster advise Mrs. Reynolds to do next? A. File a claim under her collision coverage, assuming the accident was her fault. B. Notify the State Insurance Commission to report the lack of insurance. C. Explore the possibility of a third-party liability claim against the uninsured driver. D. Recommend a legal consultation to explore personal injury claims. Answer 8. File a claim under her collision coverage, assuming the accident was her fault. Explanation. Since Mrs. Reynolds does not have uninsured motorist coverage and the other driver has no insurance, her only option for coverage under her own policy would be to file a claim under her collision coverage. This applies whether the accident was her fault or not. The claims adjuster should inform her of the process to file for collision coverage and the associated deductible. Option B, C, and D are not directly applicable in this case as Mrs. Reynolds has no uninsured motorist coverage, and a third-party liability claim is only feasible if there were insurance. Question 7. Which of the following statements is true regarding the ethical obligations of a claims adjuster? A. Claims adjusters must always act in the best interest of the insured even when it conflicts with the insurer's financial interests. B. Claims adjusters must disclose all information about the claim to the insurer but not to the insured. C. Claims adjusters must be impartial and ensure fairness to both the insurer and the insured in claims handling. D. Claims adjusters should prioritize efficiency over accuracy to expedite the claims process. Answer. C. Claims adjusters must be impartial and ensure fairness to both the insurer and the insured in claims handling. Explanation. Claims adjusters have an ethical obligation to handle claims impartially, ensuring fairness to both the insurer and the insured. They are expected to adhere to the principle of good faith and fair dealing, ensuring that claims are evaluated and processed without bias. Option A is incorrect because adjusters must balance both parties' interests rather than prioritizing the insured's interests. Option B is incorrect because adjusters must communicate with both the insurer and the insured, providing necessary information to both parties. Option D is incorrect because accuracy is crucial and prioritizing efficiency over accuracy can lead to errors and potential legal ramifications. Question 8. Which of the following types of claims would most likely require the use of expert testimony or an appraisal during the investigation process? A. A claim for a stolen vehicle. B. A claim for minor hail damage to a roof. C. A claim for extensive property damage from a natural disaster. D. A claim for a home burglary. Answer. C. A claim for extensive property damage from a natural disaster. Explanation. Natural disaster claims, such as those resulting from floods, wildfires, or earthquakes, often involve extensive and complicated damage that may require expert testimony or an appraisal to assess the full extent of the damage and determine an accurate payout. These situations often require specialized knowledge about construction, environmental impact, and repair costs. For minor claims like theft or minor hail damage, expert testimony or appraisals are less likely to be necessary. Question 9. In New Mexico, which of the following best describes the process for claims adjuster licensing? A. Adjusters must complete a state-administered exam and submit proof of work experience in claims handling. B. Adjusters must submit an application to the New Mexico Insurance Division and attend a state-approved training course. C. Adjusters must be certified by the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC, before applying to the state. D. Adjusters must pass a federal licensing exam before applying for a state license. Answer. B. Adjusters must submit an application to the New Mexico Insurance Division and attend a state-approved training course. Explanation. In New Mexico, claims adjusters are required to submit an application to the New Mexico Insurance Division and attend a state-approved training course before they can receive a license. While national certifications such as those from NAIC can be helpful, they are not required for licensure in New Mexico. Passing a state exam and providing relevant documentation is necessary for licensure. Question 10. Which of the following statements best describes the role of an insurance adjuster during settlement negotiations? A. The adjuster should make the final decision regarding the settlement offer without consulting the insurer. B. The adjuster must ensure that the settlement offer is aligned with the policy terms and fair to both parties. C. The adjuster should offer the insured the lowest possible settlement to minimize the insurer's costs. D. The adjuster is required to consult with the insurer only if the settlement exceeds $100,000. Answer: B. The adjuster must ensure that the settlement offer is aligned with the policy terms and fair to both parties. Explanation: the claims adjuster's primary responsibility during settlement negotiations is to ensure that the settlement offer is fair and in line with the terms of the insurance policy. They must balance the interests of both the insurer and the insured while considering coverage limits, policy exclusions, and other relevant factors. Option is incorrect because the adjuster does not make final decisions independently but in consultation with the insurer. Option C is incorrect because the adjuster must be fair and impartial, not prioritizing minimizing costs at the expense of the insured. Option D is incorrect because the adjuster should always consult with the insurer before finalizing any settlement, regardless of the amount. Question 11. Which of the following is most likely to result in a claim denial under a typical homeowner's insurance policy? A. Fire damage caused by a lightning strike. B. Theft of personal property during a home invasion. C. Damage caused by flooding from a natural disaster. D. Vandalism of an exterior fence. Answer: C. Damage caused by flooding from a natural disaster. Explanation: flood damage is generally excluded from standard homeowners insurance policies. Homeowners who wish to have flood coverage must typically purchase a separate flood insurance policy. Fire damage from lightning, theft, and vandalism are typically covered under a standard homeowners policy, assuming the loss meets the terms of the policy. Question 12. Scenario-based. Mr. Hill files a property damage claim due to a burst water pipe. The claims adjuster discovers that the pipe had been leaking slowly for months before bursting. What is the most likely reason this claim may be denied? A. The damage was caused by a slow leak rather than a sudden event. B. Water damage is typically not covered under homeowners insurance. C. The water pipe was too old to be covered under the policy. D. The claim was filed after the repair was already made. Answer A. The damage was caused by a slow leak rather than a sudden event. Explanation: most standard homeowners insurance policies cover sudden and accidental water damage, but damage from a slow, ongoing leak is often excluded. The slow leak suggests that the damage occurred over time due to a maintenance issue, which the insurer may not cover. The other options are less relevant because water damage is typically covered under the right circumstances and repairs made before a claim are allowed as long as proper documentation is provided. Question 13. Which of the following would NOT typically be considered an unfair claim settlement practice? A. Failing to attempt to make a good faith effort to settle a claim. B. Requiring the claimant to submit unnecessary documentation. C. Offering a settlement amount that is below the policy limits. D. Denying claims based on technicalities without a reasonable explanation. Answer: C. Offering a settlement amount that is below the policy limits. Explanation: while offering a settlement amount below policy limits is allowed in some cases, e.g., if the damages are less than the policy limits or if the insured is partially at fault, failing to attempt good faith settlement, requiring unnecessary documentation, or denying claims without reasonable justification are considered unfair practices by insurance regulators. Question 14. Under what circumstances may an insurance adjuster make a payment directly to a contractor for repair services instead of to the policyholder? A. When the policyholder requests that the check be made out to the contractor. B. When the insurance policy specifically stipulates contractor payments. C. When the insurer has a contractual relationship with the contractor. D. When the contractor provides proof of the homeowner's payment. Answer A. When the policyholder requests that the check be made out to the contractor. Explanation: in most cases, the payment for repair services will be made to the policyholder. However, if the policyholder specifically requests the insurer to pay the contractor directly, the insurer may agree to do so. This is often the case when a contractor is already hired and the insured prefers a direct payment arrangement. The other options may not be applicable as the insurer typically does not have an obligation to pay contractors directly unless stated in the policy or agreed upon. Question 15. A claims adjuster is reviewing a claim for property damage caused by a tree falling onto a house during a windstorm. Which of the following factors would be most relevant in determining coverage? A. The age of the tree that fell on the property. B. Whether the windstorm was a named hurricane or just a severe storm. C. The location of the house in relation to flood zones. D. Whether the homeowner had recently trimmed the tree. Answer: B. Whether the windstorm was a named hurricane or just a severe storm. Explanation: the cause of the damage, e.g. a windstorm or hurricane, is crucial in determining if the loss is covered under the homeowner's insurance policy. Many policies specifically address windstorm and hurricane damage, sometimes differentiating between types of storms, e.g. named hurricanes may have different terms. The other factors, such as tree age or trimming, are less relevant unless the homeowner had neglected maintenance in a way that directly contributed to the incident. Question 16, scenario-based. A homeowner files a claim for a broken window after a neighbor's child threw a ball through it. The insurance adjuster determines that the incident is accidental but is unsure whether it qualifies as a covered event. Ways the adjuster most likely to reference to make the determination: A. The homeowner's policy exclusions and endorsements. B. The age of the child who caused the damage. C. The criminal history of the neighbor. D. Whether the homeowner had a home security system installed. Answer: A. The homeowner's policy exclusions and endorsements. Explanation: the adjuster will likely refer to the homeowner's policy to determine if the damage is covered under the terms of the policy, including any exclusions or endorsements. Many policies cover accidental damage, but certain exclusions, e.g., damage caused by certain activities or vandalism, may apply. The other factors listed, age of the child, criminal history, security system, are irrelevant to the coverage decision. Question 17. What is the primary goal of an insurance adjuster during the claims investigation process? A. To minimize the amount the insurance company must pay to the insured. B. To determine whether the claim is valid and assess the loss accurately. C. To settle claims as quickly as possible, regardless of fairness. D. To gather evidence to deny the claim. Answer: B. To determine whether the claim is valid and assess the loss accurately. Explanation: the primary role of an insurance adjuster is to investigate and evaluate claims fairly and accurately, ensuring that the insurer pays the correct amount based on the facts and policy terms. While adjusters are mindful of costs, their goal is to assess the claim's validity, not to minimize payments or rush the process. Question 18. Which of the following is an example of a subrogation process in insurance claims? A. The insurer paying a claim and then pursuing recovery from the responsible third party. B. The insurer paying their deductible before the insurer covers the claim. C. The insurer denying a claim based on policy exclusions. D. The claims adjuster providing legal defense to the insured. Answer: A. The insurer paying a claim and then pursuing recovery from the responsible third party. Explanation: subrogation is the process where the insurer pays the claim to the insured and then seeks to recover the amount from the responsible third party. This is common when another party's actions caused the damage and the insurer believes it can recover its losses. The other options, deductible payment, denial, or legal defense, are not related to subrogation. Question 19. In which of the following cases might an insurance adjuster need to work with an attorney? A. When the insured disputes the claims adjuster's valuation of the damage. B. When a claim exceeds the policy limits and involves a third-party liability claim. C. When a claim involves minor damage that is easily repaired. D. When the insured requests a cash settlement instead of repairs. Answer: B. When a claim exceeds the policy limits and involves a third-party liability claim. Explanation: when a claim involves third-party liability and the settlement exceeds policy limits, the insurer may need to involve an attorney to help resolve legal issues or negotiate settlements. If the insured disputes the valuation or requests a cash settlement, the claims adjuster can usually handle these matters without involving an attorney. Legal representation becomes necessary in more complex cases, such as those involving third-party lawsuits. Question 20. What is the typical time frame within which a claims adjuster must provide an initial decision on a claim after it has been filed? A. 30 days. B. 60 days. C. 90 days. D. 120 days. Answer: A. 30 days. Explanation: in most states, insurance regulations require claims adjusters to provide an initial decision on claims within 30 days of the claim being filed. This allows both the insurer and the insured to know the status of the claim and take appropriate action. The exact time frame may vary slightly depending on state regulations, but 30 days is typical. Question 21. Which of the following would most likely be covered under a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. Earthquake damage to the foundation of the home. B. Loss of personal property due to a power outage. C. Water damage caused by a leaking roof. D. Flood damage to the base. Answer: C. Water damage caused by a leaking roof. Explanation: A standard homeowner's insurance policy typically covers water damage caused by a sudden and accidental event, such as a leaking roof. However, earthquake damage, flood damage, and losses due to power outages are typically excluded or require separate coverage, such as flood or earthquake insurance. Question 22. Scenario-based. A homeowner's insurance policy includes a $1,000 deductible. After a severe storm, the homeowner files a claim for $4,000 worth of damage. How much will the insurer pay to the homeowner? A. $4,000. B. $3,000. C. $1,000. D. $0. Answer: B. $3,000. Explanation: in this scenario, the homeowner's deductible of $1,000 is subtracted from the $4,000 damage claim, meaning the insurer will pay $3,000. The deductible is the portion of the claim the policyholder must pay before the insurance coverage kicks in. Question 23. Which of the following statements is true regarding personal liability coverage in a homeowner's insurance policy? A. It only covers property damage, not bodily injury. B. It covers medical expenses for injuries sustained by the homeowner. C. It covers legal costs if the homeowner is sued for injuries to others. D. It only covers injuries that occur inside the home. Answer: C. It covers legal costs if the homeowner is sued for injuries to others. Explanation: personal liability coverage in a homeowner's policy typically covers injuries or damage caused by the homeowner to others. This includes covering legal expenses and potential settlements if the homeowner is sued for an incident that occurs on their property or as a result of their actions, regardless of where it occurs. Question 24. Which of the following scenarios is most likely to be excluded from a standard auto insurance policy? A. A driver hits a deer while driving at night. B. A driver causes an accident while driving under the influence of alcohol. C. A driver is rear-ended while stopped at a traffic light. D. A driver's car is stolen from their driveway. Answer: B. A driver causes an accident while driving under the influence of alcohol. Explanation: while accidents involving animals, rear-end collisions, and theft are typically covered by auto insurance, causing an accident while driving under the influence, DUI is usually excluded from coverage. Many insurance policies have exclusions for damages resulting from illegal activities or negligent behavior like DUI. Question 25. Scenario-based. A claims adjuster is reviewing a claim for damage caused by a fire that started in the kitchen. The homeowner states that the fire was accidental and caused by an appliance malfunction. The adjuster finds that the appliance had been recalled months before the fire. What is the most likely outcome? A. The claim will be denied due to the appliance recall. B. The claim will be approved since the fire was accidental. C. The homeowner will receive partial payment due to the appliance recall. D. The claim will be investigated further to determine the cause of the malfunction. Answer: A. The claim will be denied due to the appliance recall. Explanation: if the appliance involved in the fire had been recalled and the homeowner failed to address the recall, the claim may be denied due to the homeowner's failure to maintain safe conditions. Insurance policies may not cover losses caused by negligence, including ignoring recalls. The adjuster will consider whether the recall contributed to the fire and whether the homeowner's actions were reasonable. Question 26. What does replacement cost mean in the context of homeowners insurance? A. The amount needed to replace the property without factoring in depreciation. B. The amount the homeowner paid for the property when purchased. C. The amount the insurer agrees to pay regardless of damage. D. The amount needed to repair the property, including depreciation. Answer: A. The amount needed to replace the property without factoring in depreciation. Explanation: replacement cost refers to the amount of money needed to replace or repair damaged property with similar items of the same quality, without taking depreciation into account. This is different from actual cash value (SEV), which factors in depreciation. Question 27. Which of the following situations would most likely trigger the need for an umbrella insurance policy? A. A person is found liable for an injury caused by a slip and fall accident at their home. B. A person causes significant damage to their own vehicle in a collision. C. A person is involved in a lawsuit for defamation of character outside of their home. D. A person accidentally breaks their neighbor's window while mowing the lawn. Answer: A. A person is found liable for an injury caused by a slip and fall accident at their home. Explanation: Umbrella insurance provides extra liability coverage above and beyond the limits of standard homeowners or auto policies. It typically kicks in when liability claims exceed the limits of regular coverage. A slip and fall injury lawsuit could lead to a significant financial settlement, making umbrella insurance useful in this case. Question 20. Under what condition is a homeowner's insurance policy most likely to cover damage caused by vandalism? A. The damage occurred during a natural disaster. B. The damage occurred while the homeowner was away on vacation. C. The damage was done by the homeowner's family member. D. The damage occurred due to a criminal act and a police report was filed. Answer: D. The damage occurred due to a criminal act and a police report was filed. Explanation: vandalism is typically covered under a standard homeowner's insurance policy as long as it is a criminal act and a police report is filed. Insurance companies generally require a police report to verify that the act was criminal in nature and to help assess the extent of the damage. Question 29. Scenario-based: a homeowner submits a claim for water damage after heavy rains caused flooding in the basement. The homeowner does not have flood insurance and the insurer denies the claim. The homeowner argues that the damage was caused by an improperly sealed foundation. What is the most likely outcome? A. The claim will be approved because the damage was caused by a structural issue. B. The claim will be denied because flooding is excluded under the policy. C. The homeowner will be reimbursed for repairs to the foundation only. D. The homeowner will be required to purchase flood insurance to cover the damage. Answer: B. The claim will be denied because flooding is excluded under the policy. Explanation: most standard homeowners insurance policies exclude flood damage. The homeowner would need a separate flood insurance policy to cover water damage from flooding. Even if the damage was related to the foundation, flood damage is typically excluded, and the homeowner would need to pursue other avenues for coverage. Question 30. Which of the following is not a typical exclusion in a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. Earthquake damage. B. Damage caused by neglect or lack of maintenance. C. Damage to personal property from theft. D. Accidental damage caused by a guest at a party. Answer: D. Accidental damage caused by a guest at a party. Explanation: accidental damage caused by a guest is generally covered under a standard homeowner's insurance policy as part of personal liability or guest medical coverage. Exclusions usually include damage from earthquakes, neglect, or maintenance issues, which are not covered under standard policies. Theft-related losses are generally covered unless exclusions apply.